Welcome back to the garage. Grained glass for you this time, and it's a medal winner. Coming up. So I've held off on this one for a while, waiting and hoping that the medal or rosette would turn up from BrewCon, but it hasn't. I'm down to my last bottle of beer, so we're going to do it. This is the Dark Inception Imperial Porter that was the Big Brew Day beer last year. I brewed it up, let it condition, got it up to good condition, sent it off for BrewCon. It got a silver medal. Now, what I'm going to do, without any further ado, I'm going to roll the brew day, and then we'll see you after to try the beer.
Daft Cat Brewing for Beer. Brewing and event videos.
Today's Big Brew Day. This is the international, or the national homebrew day for America. Let's make it an international thing, shall we? I'm not in America, as you know, I'm in the UK. But that doesn't mean I can't brew. So, for today, they've released 2 recipes that they suggest people brew, although you can brew whatever the heck you like. I'm doing the Dark Inception Imperial Porter. It's 8.5% Imperial Porter, rich, dark, full-bodied, malty. The original recipe has cacao, vanilla and raspberry. I'm going to skip the raspberry, but we'll be doing the cacao and vanilla, both soaked in some spirit. Might be Jack Daniels, all depends what I've got, and added to secondary. But today's all about getting the boil on, getting the wort made and into the fermenter. Grain Further G40's the kit we're using today. It's heating up, ready for the mash in. So we're currently at around 31 degrees, and as you can see, we're out in the garden. It's a glorious day, no chance of rain according to the weather. So why not brew out here instead of in the garage? That's the strike temp reached. And true to form, just as that beeps, someone decides they're going to come out and start working in the garden. Right, let's get some grain in. Again, this is a G40, so there's no overflow pipe up the middle, which makes mashing in or doughing in, depending what term you like to use, great. You don't have to worry about knocking that pipe all the time or trying to stir around it. All we're trying to do at this point is get all the grain evenly wet. Now, some brewers at this point will wax lyrical about stirring for ages, making sure you get top, middle, bottom and all the rest of it. To be fair, most brewers seriously overthink creating beer. As long as all the grain's wet, there's no lumps, you've done the job here. You don't need to beat it up to within an inch of its life. Just make sure it's all evenly wet. Right, now all I've got left to do, put the recirculating pipe in and tell the controller to start recirculating. There you go, let's pick you up for this next bit. So pardon the free handheld. On the screen it's saying the temperature's been reached. We've put the recirculating line in. That's plugged into the pump down there. So all we've got to do is, like it says, press set to continue. So we press set. It tells me to add the grains, which we've already done. Press set again, and straight away, pump's going, recirculating liquid. As you can see, even though there's holes in the side, it's still getting a nice swirl all the way around, and it's just recirculating all this hot liquor from the bottom to the top. That way, as it pumps out the wort from the bottom, or the liquor from the bottom, it creates a difference in level, and the fluid works all its way through the grain bed, keeping the temperature even. So that's the mash finished. Let's pull the grain basket up, let it drain, empty it out, and it's always worth checking with your local council Mine quite happily sent me an extra food waste bin to use for all my spent grain. It's time to add the hops. This time it's 28 grams of Cascade for 60 minutes. And I do love these new malt Miller packs. They've got that little resealable strip inside, so you can reseal them once you open them, which is nice. It's not such an important consideration with a recipe kit because you're using them all anyway. But if you're buying 100-gram packs or whatever, being able to do that's a nice touch. Only thing I would suggest, put the label on just a bit lower down so you can still see what it is when you've ripped the pack open. That's the counterflow chiller setup. We're just recirculating hot water through it a minute just to sterilise it or sanitise it. Then we'll turn the cold tap on and start chilling it down. At that point, we'll take it off straight into a sanitised fermenter, ready to start fermenting it. I am going to have to do something about working out a better way to support the counterflow chiller in use though. I might end up making a little stand like the malt miller's got, where they've got the counterflow chiller supported on a bit of dowel or broom handle type pole, and that could work. Brew day's done, water's coming out into the fermenter for the counterflow chiller, so it's going into there nice and cool already, meaning it's going to be at the right temperature to pitch the yeast as soon as it goes into the fermenting fridge. Another brew day in the books. That's Big Brew 22. Okay then, let's get into the beer, shall we? Right. So when I bottled this, I didn't want it overcurbed. I wanted to go for like a cask sort of level carbonation. Let's see if I achieved it. I mean, it was obviously fine when they judged it at BrewCon, but we're like, what, 6 months down the line now, so who knows what the carbonation and conditions like now. So there we go. Yep, we're definitely getting some bubbles coming up in it. Not too much by the look of it, so might have hit it on the nose for that. Oh wow, oh that is lovely. So straight away it's rich dark chocolate, cacao. Oh, sorry, that just smells so good. Yeah, there's maybe just a touch of dark stone fruit, like maybe prune or something right at the very back end of it. You can just get it. Oh, but yeah, up front it's all that intense, rich, roasted and highly kilned malts, giving you heaps of chocolate. Let's get into it. Oh, wow. Okay, so light carbonation, yeah, it hits cask level, which is what I wanted from this beer. So yeah, you're getting cacao, you're getting chocolate. There is some vanilla. I can't remember if I added vanilla to this one or not in the end, but I'm certainly getting a bit. There is something at the back end. Yeah, it's a little bit of fruitiness on the back end of it. I'm not entirely loving that. I do like my my rich dark malty beers to be more about the malt and the rich and the coffee rather than fruity. But I know that wasn't there when the beer was a bit younger, so it may just be past its prime now. But yeah, I'm happy with the beer. I'll definitely brew it again, but I wouldn't leave it this long. Now, if I remember right, this was brewed, I'm going to say last May. So it's nearly a year. It's been in bottle for 6 months. And that is probably part of what I'm getting here. There's like as well as that little bit of fruitiness, there is the start of a little bit of oxidation to it. So if you were keeping this in glass or in a keg, it would happily last a year. But the only reason it's lasted that long for me, because it was absolutely lovely younger, is because I've been waiting to do this with you. Unfortunately, no medal to show you, but if you want to give it a go, I highly recommend the recipe. I'll put the link down in the doobly-doo. Cheers!
Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching Daft Cat Brewing.